Hi there and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name's Ali and I'm a mum of 4 and we live by the sea in Wales. I share all sorts of videos on here, from what we're eating to day in the life videos, to parenting tips, what we're making, anything like that. Today I'm going to share with you some family walk essentials. Now, I don't know about you, but basically family walks are what we have been living on for the last year. So it's probably really late for me to make this video. Lockdown was sort of just starting to ease, but I think family walks are still going to make up the majority of our social life, outside life this year. So I just thought I would share with you. We've kind of honed our family walk technique and everything we need to pack, so I'm going to share it all with you here. Obviously these essentials might be slightly different according to what season it is. So if you're walking in the summer's coming up, you're going to want to have layers on. Whatever the weather is, you're going to want to have layers on. But in summer you'll want to have layers. You can take them off if you get too hot, or you can put layers back on if you get too cold, or if you get sunburnt, or you want to cover up from the sun. In the summer you'll also need a sun hat and some sun cream and probably some sunglasses. They're all really important, especially the sun cream. In the winter, again, you'll want a hat, but a warm hat. You might want to take a scarf, gloves, and again, layer up, because even though it's really cold in the winter, as you start walking, you'll get warmer. So you'll probably want to strip off a layer or two. So yeah, definitely put layers on, whatever the weather. The next obvious basic thing is a pair of walking boots or wellies. They don't have to be expensive. I tend to walk in these wellies. I can't remember where they're from. They're not even a designer, they're just plain old green wellies. They're really comfy and I've walked 4 miles in them with no problem. I just put a big thick pair of socks underneath and they work really well. My eldest daughter, however, refuses to wear wellies, refuses to wear walking boots, and she has come a cropper on many occasions when we've come across a really boggy patch, or we were walking across sand, or in just like a muddy puddle even. So it's really important that you wear appropriate shoes. When it was snowy and really cold, we wore our snow boots for our walks. As the weather gets warmer, I'll probably swap out the wellies for walking boots, just because I won't want my legs in big thick boots when it's nicer weather. But definitely don't go walking in your flip-flops or anything like that, because your feet are just going to be uncomfortable, and you just need proper footwear. The next thing that's really important, and is something that I actually bought over lockdown especially for this, is a decent walking rucksack. So I bought this regatta one. It wasn't expensive. I think it was like 10 or 15 pounds. I think this is a, oh, it says on the front, it's a 20-litre rucksack. So it's not huge. I didn't want anything huge for walking long distances. But crucially, it's got padded shoulder straps. It straps around the front as well to make it really comfortable. It's got this on the front, which is really useful for poking the baby's wellies in there, or for carrying a blanket for if we're going to sit down and have a snack. It's got these side pockets as well, which are really useful. As you can see, I've got tissue and dog poo bags in there. But I put drinks in there, so that they're really handy. So if the kids need a drink or I need a drink, I don't need to take my whole bag off and reach through my bag. The drinks are just there in the side and we can grab them. So yeah, this is really useful. We also take with us wet wipes. These I just keep in the bag now. We don't tend to use wet wipes at home because we use washable wipes, but when we're going out and about we might get muddy. We take these, and we take some alcohol hand gel at the moment as well, just to make sure our hands are clean before we're having a snack. And the kids get runny noses and stuff when they're walking sometimes if it's cold weather. So yeah, I find it really useful to pack some wet wipes. Another absolute essential for us is snacks and a drink. I already mentioned we take plenty of water with us. And then we also take snacks. I put a Tupperware box in my bag, or my silicone reusable sandwich bags, and we take rice cakes, breakfast bars, anything like that. If we're having a bit of a treat, I've been known to take donuts or my cinnamon bread rolls down. But yeah, we always take food. And we like to find somewhere to stop about halfway on our route so that we can just have a little pause, have a snack, have a drink, recover a little bit before we carry on our walk. Along with that, we also always take a flask of hot chocolate. My husband doesn't like hot chocolate, so he takes a flask of coffee, but we take a flask of hot chocolate, and this is a 1 litre flask. It's from Wilkinson's. It's quite lightweight. As you can see, it's not one of those bulky ones, so it fits in that rucksack perfectly. And then we pack a few of the IKEA little plastic cups, and we all have hot chocolate. And it's such a treat. It feels like a real treat when you're on your walk to stop and have a little hot chocolate. And obviously it's been cold, so that's been really nice. I don't know what we'll do in the summer. We probably won't pack hot chocolate, but maybe I'll pack a cold smoothie or something like that to enjoy. The other invaluable thing, which not everyone will need, but it's been really invaluable to us, is a baby sling. So this is a Tula sling, and it's like a structured carrier. It straps on like this, and my little boy is 2, and he's just growing out of this one now, but they have a toddler version which we will be buying, and this has been an absolute game changer for our family walks, because it has meant that we can go places that we couldn't get a pushchair, so off the beaten track, along footpaths, along sandy beaches, anything like that. So my husband puts him on his back. It's really, really comfy. He doesn't really feel the weight, and my little boy is so comfy in there. He never complains. He could be in there for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours on our walk, and he loves it. He does have a little break when we stop to have our snack. He comes down and has a little run around, but he absolutely loves it in there. So if you've got a little person and you think, oh, I couldn't possibly go on a long family walk, get yourself one of these, because it's so good. I actually picked it up on eBay secondhand, because they're quite expensive. They're about £120 maybe new, but you can pick them up for half that price on eBay, and they're also all worn in then, so they're actually comfier and like sort of ready to go. So yeah, definitely have a look on there if you want one of those. Another essential is a mobile phone. Obviously not to play on or to message your friends, but it's really useful for finding where to go. You can download all different apps, or just use the Maps app on your phone. We've got a local, it's a local walking trail, and they have PDF downloadable walking maps and stuff, so we use that to go on walks around our local area while we've been restricted to where we can travel. I know there are other maps that you can use to like track your walk and follow where to go. It's also really useful if you get lost. You know, you might have an accident or get lost, and it's really useful to have your mobile phone with you. I also use tracking apps to track how many steps we've done and how far we've gone, and I find that like really fun to look at afterwards, and it's quite encouraging for the kids, because we'll say, let's do 5k or let's do a 7k walk today. So they really like using those apps too. If you've got children who aren't so keen on walking, I do have a couple of ideas on how to get them up the house without so much moaning. So my teenager really hates walking, so we let her bring her AirPods. Funnily enough, these are my AirPods. They're sort of fake AirPods, but they work really well. She's got real AirPods, of course. So yeah, she takes her AirPods and we let her listen to music or an audiobook while she's walking, and she's generally quite happy that way. So that's our sort of compromise on coming for a walk. And the younger children, they're generally really interested as soon as they've started walking. They like spotting what they see. If they're quite reluctant, we'll print out a activity trail, and there's lots of these on the internet. They're just free printables. So I printed this out. You can of course design it yourself. Our kids love making them themselves, and they like take charge then of who's found what. So it could be, you know, find 5 different flowers or 3 different types of leaf. That really engages them, and I find they learn so much along the way as well. And it just sort of helps keep them moving if they're getting tired. So those are our family walk essentials. I hope you found those useful. If you've got anything that you usually take on family walk and I've missed it out, let me know down below, because like I said, we've been living for our family walks at the moment, and we go on a family walk every single weekend. and that will probably continue for a good while yet, and I actually really enjoy them. So if you've got any tips, do feel free to share, leave me a comment down below, and stay tuned for more videos. See you soon.